I just filmed a video which did say rather pretty much what I'm going to say again, but the framing was awful and I went on for 15 minutes about politics and no one wants to hear that. So, hi, how are you all doing? I hope you're having a good week. I'm here to tell you, hopefully in less than 15 minutes this time, about the general election which is happening next week in the UK. V asked me about some strange messages about Oompa Loompas on Twitter. I don't understand, I'm sorry, but probably some of the messages that you've been seeing have been relating to the televised debates that we've been having. The leaders of the three main parties have been debating. You're familiar with it from being in America. We've never had them before, so it's been quite a big deal to pit the leaders of the main parties against each other and see how they are in debates, and it's had some quite interesting effects for the election campaigns. And that was about all I was going to say. And then yesterday I came home from visiting my mum and had this pile of political flyers through my door, so I thought, hey, I'll tell them about politics, and that is how I ended up going on for 15 minutes about nothing. So, potted version. The main party, the party in power at the minute in the UK, is the Labour Party. They've been in power since 1997, and they used to be a kind of left-leaning socialist party, but they're not anymore. Labour is very popular here in the northeast, and in my constituency, which is essentially the area which is not governed, the area which has a member of parliament representing them in the Houses of Parliament in London. So in my constituency, where I've been living since last July, so I haven't had anything to do with this, Labour has been in power in all but one term, so like all but 4 years, since 1945, so pretty Labour area. And this is flyer I got about Chi, who's running in my area, and she's not been our MP. This man has been the MP here, but he's stepping down. And interestingly, this flyer isn't the only one that doesn't have the leader of the party in it, probably because Gordon Brown isn't very popular and it doesn't have a very good image, as you can see in this flyer for a different party. It's a bit scary looking, so that's probably why. I'm presuming that people are going to vote Labour around here mostly, just because they have done. But if not, the main alternative that people seem to be voting for is a Conservative party. They've got a very intense campaign at the minute. There was a sign I could see out of my bedroom window that had a really scary picture of Gordon Brown. I said bedroom window, I didn't mean that my kitchen. I can't even remember. That's a lame story to tell you, but they've been running a kind of a smear campaign on Gordon Brown, and this is a personal message from David Cameron. I am honoured. David Cameron is the leader of the Conservative Party, who have been the opposition party, and people seem to think that as it says on this flyer, only the Conservatives or Labour can form the next government. So people seem to think that the Conservatives are the only viable option to vote for, but like the name would suggest, they're quite conservative in their views. There was a really dodgy interview where someone was asking questions about gay rights, him being David Cameron, and he had no idea about it at all. So for that, among other reasons, I'm not voting for Conservatives, because I don't really trust the kind of image he's trying to portray. So the third party, who always people have kind of thought that it's been a wasted vote to vote for them until the televised debates, because Nick Clegg, the leader of the Liberal Democrats, has come across really well in the televised debates. He's a really good speaker who seems to make sense to people, and I was thinking of voting Liberal Democrat before I watched the debates, and now I'm definitely going to, so there you go. I don't really know what else to say but about the Liberal Democrats, but I just think that it's time for another party that isn't the main two, who have both made big mistakes in their last terms in government that have badly affected a lot of people's lives. I think it's time for a change, and the Liberal Democrats actually seem like a viable option. So that would be my advice, and I'm going to show you my fourth flyer, not to endorse them in the slightest. If anyone who watches this for some reason decides that they think it's a good idea to vote for this party, I am not going to ever, I'm going to go dark on the internet, delete my email address and everything if someone says that that's happened. So don't vote for BNP, British National Party. These people are thugs and racists. Putting British people first. Put a stop to immigration. We are being swamped and being made foreigners in our own country. Together we can shut the floodgates for good. These people clearly don't think rationally about issues, and I spent quite a while looking at their website a few years ago when I was just trying to find out about things, and it's just pure unbridled racism with a few other policies thrown in. They're linked to a website that was about nationalist music but had a lot of American folk singers singing about cotton pickers. So I think that they would do horrible things to the country, and I don't think there's a chance of them getting into power, but I think a few people might end up with BNP MPs, and I think that's horrible, and I hope that it doesn't happen here. And that is what I think about politics and the election. So not next week obviously, because the election's next Thursday, but probably the Thursday after, Wednesday even after, I'll tell you what I think about what has happened. Probably it'll be as rambly and incoherent as this, and this has probably taken up quite a long time, so I'm sorry if you're bored. I don't really have that much else to talk about this week. I've had a lot of university related stress and a lot of essays due in, and you don't want to hear about that basically. I'm going to London this weekend, which will be really cool. I haven't been to look around since I was about 15, so I'm excited to see things that I haven't seen in ages, and I'm going to see Iggy Pop on Sunday, which will be fun if not terrifying, because he's a scary man. So yeah, that's my week. That is my political views. I bet B, you're sorry you asked now. And yeah, I hope that you're all alright. Love to you all, and have a good week, and I'll see you next week, or whenever I can tear myself away from my essays. I'll see you later. Bye.